Hi guys! So today, yet again, Utah weather, it snowed 5 inches. So we won't be able to go to Rex's. So today I am here with my cousin Bailey.
What's up?
What up?
What's up?
What up? Story time. I think I will tell the story of my 50-mile hike. So I think I was about 18 when I did my 50-miler. Started out in Richfield, Utah, and we traveled in a truck to get to where we were going to start the hike. And it was on the Boulder Mountain. So the first day, we went up and we were hiking places that looked interesting. And we were walking along and we found a lake. And this is not the lake that you'll be seeing later. But it was nice. Like, it had crystal clear water. It was the bluest of blue. Straight Caribbean type water. But in the middle of Utah. So we were hiking. The first day we hiked about 10 miles. But we got to the highest point in the mountain in about 2 hours. And when I got up there, I saw 3 lakes. There was a lake off to the left, there was a lake in the middle, and there was a lake over to the right-hand side. And, oh man. Blue Caribbean water with all of them. There's trees surrounding it. I really want to go back there one of these days. But it's a long, hard hike, and it takes, yeah. I'll probably do that again. Probably have to have a couple, I'll find some traveling buddies or something. Let's skip to a better day. On the 4th day. So 4th day, we're hiking along, and where we see a trail, and it splits off, there's a fork. And we're like, okay, well, where does the GPS tell us to go? Because we have a satellite phone and GPS, and we're like, okay, cool. This is good stuff. And we went to the right, and we were not supposed to go to the right. We ended up getting lost. And so instead of hiking 10 miles that day, we hiked 25 miles that day. And it brought us through an area that had previously been burned like a week ago. And so there was just thick piles of ashes, just a foot thick. And so if you stepped in the wrong place, you'd fall through and you'd twist your ankle or something. We had one of the kids that was with us. He was walking along and he ended up twisting his ankle. And one of the other people that was on the trip decided, well, instead of just, calling a car or a 4-wheeler or a helicopter or whatever to take this guy out of here, I'm just going to have him piggyback. And we come across to this boulder field, just huge boulders. They're nice, black. They had a lot of grip on them, so you could pretty much run across it. And so here I was, just watching this guy jump across these boulders with another kid on his back. And I'm over here just running, jumping across all of these boulders, because this is when I had more stamina and agility and was in better shape. And it was about, I don't know, a mile after that, we find this lake. And it's called Lost Lake. That's what it was. And it had even bluer waters. And it was full of trout to the brim. Like, we had so much fish that night. It was amazing. We did not have very many seasonings, so it did not taste super amazing, but I was full, so that was good. One other day that was pretty cool. Back in the middle, so back on Wednesday, the day before all of this, we ended up going to Beaver Lake. It was pretty immaculate. You guys will be seeing the Beaver Lake here hopefully fairly soon. I don't know. It depends on the weather. But yeah. So with this Beaver Lake, so I have some friends and their parents do festival food, and they deep fry everything. And they brought their deep fryers up there. And we had deep fried Twinkies, deep fried cookies, deep fried bananas, deep fried pretty much whatever you want. We probably had a good 10,000 calories that night. It was. That's probably one of my favorite food things I've ever done is that night. Because I probably should have died. Just blah! And I could have died, and I would have been plenty happy with that. And this is the main point of the trip. There, alongside of the Beaver Lake, is a hidden lake. And you guys will get to see it once we get to 100 subscribers. The hidden lake was found by one of our leaders. And he already knew about the lake. Off to the left side of the lake, you're walking alongside the lake, and there's this area of trees. And it looks like all there is just trees and trees and trees. But there's not just trees and trees and trees. It's just a small wall of trees, and there's a pathway in between them. And you walk along this path, and eventually you come to this secret lake. So you're walking along through these trees, and all of a sudden it comes open to this clearing, and you have this... It's not a lake, really. It's more of a pond, but it's a big pond. And you've got a waterfall off the side of a cliff to the right side, and alongside the banks, it's pretty much this spongy stuff. So when you put a tent there, you don't need any sorts of padding or anything. It's just sponge, and so it's comfortable. And there's another outcropping to the left side of the lake for like a large group if you really wanted, which is really, really crazy because it's a great place. And the fishing there is probably the best fishing on all of the lakes of the Boulder Mountain. It's just, oh goodness. So I was there, and one of the people were fishing. All of a sudden I hear all this hollering and hooting like, this is a big fish. And he pulls it out of the lake, and it's no joke, like 2 feet easy. And it was just, not just like 2 feet and skinny, it was like 2 feet and like we could have filleted it up and ate for 3 days. So that's pretty much the story. And then we hiked some more, and there were some cool views. I like taking videos of the places to tell the story because it's a lot easier because I don't have to describe anything. So that's pretty much it. Once we get to 100 subscribers, I will go and I will show you guys probably the Lost Lake and the Hidden Lake on the Boulder Mountain. So yeah, love you guys, and travel free.